starting a little late.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Games with Terry. I'm your host, Jack Gunsky, and joining me is Terry Diamantis.
Hello.
Now, Terry, for people who are unaware of your diamond heist escapades, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have recently discovered that good service in a restaurant sounds absolutely god awful, and I hope I never receive it.
Terry is very predisposed against tipping culture.
Well, like I said, I have no issue with if someone does go beyond the scope of what you paid them to do, then sure, give them a tip. But the
I,
things people were describing as good service from a waiter sounds like they would piss me the fuck off, and I would stop going to restaurants if I had to endure the kind of things that people were describing as good service.
I think that you should have this art. The biggest tipper I know of is Chaos Eve. I think you should have an argument with Eve about this.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to argue about. If she wants to tip, I'm not going to stop her. I'm just saying that the things that have been described to me as good service sound fucking annoying. Like, just let me eat. I don't want you to check in and make sure everything is okay. I don't want you to treat me like a friend or a family member. I certainly don't want you to be a surrogate mother like fucking Mr. Scott was talking about. Jesus Christ, I couldn't stand that at all.
Kiefer Dam says tipping is dumb unless they do an exceptional job. Pay your employees a living wage. Kiefer Dam, I hate to break this to you, but you know what a living wage is? A living wage is whatever the employee accepts when they accept the job.
Yes.
Uh,
I do accept that they're paid under the minimum wage for whatever stupid reason in America. So I understand that there's like a social pressure to tip to compensate for that. I just don't think they should be allowed to be paid under the legal minimum wage if you're going to have a minimum wage.
and James Cully says always give the tip first, otherwise it's a graping.
Yes. And for those who are unfamiliar, he means that without the G. It's just that YouTube has certain limitations on what you can say in chat.
Yes. You can't say graping without the G, and also, if I've learned anything from the Dev saga, it's that everyone adjacent to him and is still friends with him is a PDF file.
I do like that one. That is a good workaround
PDF file.
the censorship.
I that was a funny one. Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
it's yes. For those that don't remember, we are currently trying to break out of this asylum,
oh yes.
and
This is the game we're playing. It's called Edna and Harvey: The Breakout. This is
yeah,
Edna. The little rabbit is Harvey, and Harvey talks, even though it's probably just a figment of Edna's imagination. And what we
no, it
have,
absolutely is. I think it's basically confirmed that Harvey is just a stuffed rabbit. Edna is imagining the talking.
I I like to think that he's real. Uh, and
Uh,
here are the objects. We have a broken chair leg. We have the ability to chew off toenails. We have a pen. We have a polo mallet, a comic book, cornflakes, a pot, not just pot, a pot,
yes.
pot holder. It should say pot holders because there are clearly two of them. Mustard,
Mm.
ketchup, pinking shears, a phone without anything to talk to, or talk through, I should
Police
say.
badge.
A police badge, a cocktail menu, a straw, a cocktail glass, coat hanger number 2, coat hanger number 1, number 4, the
Yeah.
larch. The larch. A knife, a fork, a form, and a water cup. Hey, and we have Will It Forge in chat. If anyone in chat has not seen Will It Forge's stream, he was uh, last week he was doing his watching paint dry stream. So be sure to check out his Twitch.
And yeah, I basically agree with what he's saying in chat. Apart from one thing, I only want them to ask for my order, bring the food timely, and maybe check in once to make sure good stuff is good slash order correct. The one exception is keep my freaking drink full and thirsty boy. So I do actually have a question about that. Do they charge you when they refill the drinks?
No, they
Is
do
it,
not.
like okay, because
I
that would
mean,
be my concern.
they. I have not been to a restaurant recently where they do, but if well, hold there is an exception. Most drinks are free. Soda is free. Tea and coffee are free. Water is free. If you order an alcoholic beverage, that is not free.
Right. But no, if I saw like if I was eating and I saw them pouring more Coke into like my pitcher or whatever, I'd be like, no, I only ordered one because I would be worried that they're like, you see, you didn't stop me refilling it, so we get to charge you twice.
Ah. Oh, we have a fork, which means we need to go to the roof because we shined the fork.
We did.
And there was a story about going to the antenna, and I forget what it was. But something to do with the fork, I think.
Look here, Harvey. This is how you reel in the radio waves at night.
Like spaghetti, I see.
Damn it!
But the secret hero
Look
of
here,
this
Harvey.
game
That's how you
is the
determine the
comic book.
cutoff frequency.
'Cause-
Wow, a knife that really hurts.
Oh, is
You're
the
a
comic
freaking
book the
genius.
hint system?
No, it's one of the achievements. If you use the comic book on various things, Edna will make up a story about Captain Useless and Handy Boy, and yeah, one of the achievements is to use the comic book on everything you can.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless canceling his cable TV.
Okay, so
Yeah,
how do...
you never need to do it to solve a puzzle or anything. It's just some of them can be entertaining.
What happens when you use it on a person? I'm curious.
Probably just try and give it to him, but it's worth a try.
Would you like to read something?
Good idea, sweetie. I'm a sucker for Captain, Wonder Bra. Just come over here and give me the comic book. Yep.
I don't trust you. I'd rather keep the comic book.
Yeah, nice. Okay, James is saying most refills are free. That alleviates my primary concern with letting them refill my drink.
Yeah, James Colley says alcohol isn't free unless you're at an all-inclusive spot. If you're at an all-inclusive spot, you are paying for the alcohol 10 times over.
Oh yeah. No, I would expect to get scammed, which is why I would be on guard if someone started pouring extra Coke into it. It's like, hey, wait a minute. I didn't order that.
While we're on the subject, why do people like all-inclusive trips? As far as I can tell, an all-inclusive trip just consists of drinking alcohol in various locations. That's all it is they just keep feeding you a steady supply of alcohol for 3 days and then you go home.
Well, I mean, if that's something that you would like to do, I mean,
Well, yes, but
right.
the problem is that if I was really that invested in just getting cold, dead drunk, I could probably do it for less than $8,000.
Yes, but alcoholics tend not to be particularly good with money.
I don't understand, Terry. I just don't get it.
Well, that's because you're not addicted to alcohol. If you are, and someone says all the alcohol you can drink, you're not going to think, wait, let me do the calculation to see if $8,000 is worth it. You're going to be like, all the booze I can drink, sign me up.
Okay, so we can't go in here because our form is not signed.
Yes.
Also, in case the chat is not aware, I'm relatively sure that Terry bought and subsequently played this game after our last session because the walkthroughs weren't good enough.
Well, no, I bought it 10 years ago. That's why I said when you asked me, I'm not, I don't have that level of precognition. I bought the game 10 years ago when it came out. I just
Oh.
replayed it when we got to a point where like the walkthrough was confusing me.
Yeah, I was a bit confused by your answer. I don't have precognition because I didn't know that you'd bought it 10 years ago. So the
So
joke.
that's what I meant. Is like I bought it well before we started playing this on stream.
Ah. Maintenance control, heating furnace. What happens if we use Harvey with the maintenance controls?
What do you make of it, Harvey?
We don't need all that. I've got everything under control.
You think?
Awesome.
Sure, trust me.
Yeah. You can trust Harvey. Of course you can.
So wait, we need gold, which is the metal. We need clay, which is right here.
Mm-hmm.
We need
You need the key. That's what you're using the clay for, is to make a
Yeah.
mold of the key.
I figure maybe we use an imprint of the key from what's it called? The security guard.
Mm-hmm.
And we get him. I assume we get access to the key by getting the TVs to light up with the letter P.
That is incorrect.
Really?
The thing to remember is this is not an American game. This is a German game. It is not referred to as peeing. It's the specific room that you do that in is the thing you're trying to get the monitors to display. And Will It Forge says Harvey the Wonder Hamster. I'm pretty sure it's a reference to the movie where Harvey is an imaginary rabbit.
Wait, so it's not the letter P, it is the room. Nope. It's the room in which.
Yes. Well, and this is why if you get too stuck, I'll just tell you. But go back up to the security guard.
No, I actually have a screenshot of it for that very purpose.
And yeah, James Coley got it right.
So a W.
And a C.
WC. Oh. Oh.
And that's why I was saying to go up to the room, because right next to the security guard's room is a bathroom with the letters WC on top of it.
Oh. In that case, I'm almost done. I have to go. Is it here? No, not here. Water closet. What a ridiculous thing to call a room. Germans are weird, everybody.
So yeah, go back down and go around the corner.
Yeah.
Well, this is the room, but you need You needed
So
to say WC.
yeah, so I would get rid of this one. That's the elevator room, and I would turn on this one. That's the room with the creepy guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you go around the corner just so you can see the WC is actually hinted at.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, that I was trying to direct you to that, but I mean, James just put it in chat and it's like, you know what? It's not worth dragging it out. Let's just
Yeah,
yes, it's worth it.
Terry, I wouldn't have guessed water closet. I don't know it as a
No, no,
water
no. I
closet.
was going to point you towards the big WC on the bathroom door. And
Ah,
it's like, I was, and if you got confused, I was going to explain that it means water closet, which is also in English, like in England, it's occasionally referred to as that, or at least used to be. I don't know. It still is.
This looks dangerous. What the hey?
Hmm.
The next exit is approaching.
To The art style in this game makes me laugh because like so many facial features are just missing. Like
yeah,
Edna doesn't have a mouth in this
it's it
picture.
it's funny. Like all
The
the
next
characters
exit
are
is
bug
approaching.
eyed, and it's a
Yeah,
funny style.
she has no nose, no mouth, just eyes, just eyes.
Yeah, and we
And,
we want to turn the creepy guy room on.
yeah. James is saying he's sorry he spoiled it. Don't worry about it, James. It was too obscure to make a big production out of it. It's just
At the same time, not far away,
there
Oh,
he
yeah.
is.
Lights on, lights off. What the heck? The monitors. They're showing a pattern. It's a message.
Shit.
Okay. Now
You can turn the lights back
Here
on
we
now.
go.
That like
it doesn't really
it's
matter.
not necessary, but like if you find you can't see things clearly, it's fine to turn the lights back on.
Yeah.
The next exit is approaching.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
Nice and colorful.
Hey, stop it.
Darn it! The key is attached to his belt. I'll have to come up with something else.
And that's where we get the clay.
Yes,
But we don't have a spoon.
you do not.
And the one spoon is... Hold on.
Monica's in South Africa. Yes,
Yes.
or from South Africa, I should say.
Hold on.
This looks dangerous. What the?
I kind of wish we could skip this bit, but...
Yes, it is very, very
The
time
next exit
consuming,
is approaching.
especially like if you're not using a walkthrough, if you're actually exploring yourself, having to sit through that every time you want to change floors is annoying.
Yeah. So this is the one spoon.
Yes, you do
Hey,
need that spoon.
Don't touch that. That's the only spoon I could find in the whole house.
Can we talk to you at all?
Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
One walkthrough, please.
Yeah, you would like one of those, wouldn't you? It's not
Hmm.
on the menu, though.
Barkeep, what?
Of course.
A biggity buggity boo, please.
It's not on the...
Barkeep,
Of course.
a glass of water, please.
It's not on the menu.
Can't even get water.
Barkeep,
Of course.
a coffee.
It's...
Barkeep,
Of...
What happened?
Funny story. There was this guy who found out the stuff eats through metal. He used it to melt the bars of the railings out front.
Sounds like he was quite the daring adventurer.
Yeah, kind of a nice guy. Of course, he was completely nuts like everybody else in here. Wanted to become a
naturally.
pirate or something. Too bad about him.
Why? Did he escape?
I'm afraid not. Dr. Marcel broke both his shins. Then he locked him up in a cell where he starved miserably.
Oh.
Charming.
It's broken, and there are no balls. Now I see why the loonies think this is a bar. This is where the barkeeper mixes his drinks?
Get.
This is supposed to be a spoon?
I will briefly follow in Bladder's footsteps and use the water closet myself. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. How are you folks out in chat world doing? Hello to all of you, including, but not limited to, James Colley, Willet Forge, Mike R, and Keeverdam. I hope you're having a good evening.
I'm not drunken.
The day is young.
Ooh, this is so 80s. Those are not spirits. Those are detergents. Well, I guess most of them contain a fair amount of alcohol anyway.
Okay,
So why did you turn the lights out?
I don't know, but there
Okay.
appears to be a light behind this curtain.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I don't think that's like a relevant thing. I think that's just background detail.
So, in order to get the spoon, I have to find a way to get rid of the bartender.
Oh, I'll refrain from comment until further developments are
Barkeep,
made.
one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
Not another one. I'd rather go back to my cell voluntarily.
One stinky drink is enough.
Hey, don't touch that. That's the only
Okay.
spoon I could find in the whole house.
The only spoon he could find in the whole house. Does he want a fork?
Cheers.
Do you need a fork?
Definitely not. I'm managing a bar. I'm serving drinks here. And a fork just doesn't help people drink.
So I can tell you that shining the fork was completely meaningless. It's part of an achievement to shine certain metal objects.
Ah.
Your boy Pat says a coat hanger. Is she one of those? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Is that like an abortion joke?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Also, hey Pat, how are you doing?
Oh, and Six. Six just joined us as well.
Hey, and Six is in chat. Hey Six, as always, open invitation. The next 6 minutes is always welcome on Games with Terry.
I believe he's doing his laundry. He usually is when we feel defrosted. But I mean, if I happen to be wrong, he's obviously more than welcome to join. But if past is prologue, as Scribe likes to say.
Do you need a pot?
That's supposed to be a pot. That thing behind me, that is a pot.
That barrel over there? With a shovel sticking out?
That's not a shovel, that's a spoon.
A spoon, you say?
That's not a pot. That's a pot. And James is saying polish all the doorknobs for an extra special achievement.
Here. That was appalling.
What did you do with the contents? You didn't drink it, did you?
Of course I did.
Whoa. No problem. Just don't panic now. Do you know the number for the poison control hotline?
I have no idea.
Well, let's say you've taken the first step in that direction.
And Six is saying I'm right. He does need to focus on laundry instead.
Ah. Okay, let's see. Oh, maybe we flash a police badge at him.
May I see your liquor license?
Of course. I always keep it in a safe place. Right next to the arm of the last cop who asked me for it.
It's not that important anymore.
Nice guy, that cop. But a bit careless with his arms.
Stuff like that is why I like this game. Like, so many things that they didn't need to write a specific response for, they came up with a joke anyway.
Yeah.
Like, they could have just said, "I don't think you'd like that," and then just not done anything special. But no, they wrote a joke about you giving him a police badge.
Do you need any more mustard?
I've got plenty, thanks. How do you think I get the lower layer of my cherry banana smoothie so yellow?
Yeah.
Do you need some more ketchup?
I've got plenty, thanks. How do you think I get the upper layer of my cherry banana smoothie so red?
What happens if I give him his menu back?
Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing. I'd better not drink this. I have this terrible heartburn and...
Coward.
Ugh.
Edna? Phew, I was starting to worry.
You couldn't even
Poor
behead
Edna.
it?
Form.
Yeah.
Why not?
Maybe you should go to this therapy in my place.
I'd love to, but they won't let me anymore.
Does that mean you're cured?
Not exactly. I ate the therapist's dog. Yummy doggy.
He's Korean, is he? Or Chinese, or whatever Whichever one of those Asian countries eats the dogs.
Do you want this filthy water cup?
It is filthy, but it still isn't one of mine. You can keep it.
How generous.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here that would help someone drink.
Hmm.
A broken foot? Now I see why the loony...
Oh, and Will, what you're saying, or Haitian. That is fair. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
Eat the dogs. Eat the dogs.
Good idea. Oops. It just vanished into thin air. Must have been the wrong cup.
I can tell you don't worry about the water cup. That's also just achievement fodder. That's not actually part of any puzzle.
Gotcha. Okay, is there a hint for?
Yes, you can't get the spoon yet. You have to do something else first.
Okay. Okay, so
It depends how much of a hint you want. Like,
can you go a little bit further?
sure. So if you go to the doctor's office, you can actually get a
Him.
key. Not the key, not the key that you need, but a key from the doctor's office, and that will be incredibly useful.
Ah.
Duh.
The next exit is approaching.
And we don't need to go here.
Here we go.
Yeah, that still sounds like Mario every time I hear it.
Here we go.
Yes.
No, it's let's
The
go.
next exit is approaching.
No. But when you did like a long jump in Mario 64, that you would say, "Here we go."
It's a me, Mario.
Yeah. Oh, and hello to Mr. Dax, who is joining us in chat. I believe it's around the corner.
Yep.
And you need to use the knife on the drawer to get it open.
Ah.
Just because I don't think you would have
That
thought
doesn't
to
work
have
that
tried
way.
that with the drawer like in the background and not really standing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can reach between the desk and the drawer with this. With any luck. There. Success.
Oh, you have to.
Now that's what I call a... How much is...
Yeah.
What? Nah. That's too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
There's an old key in the drawer. I'll take that. I bet it's important. Dr. Marcel kept it hidden in a locked drawer after all.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that this is that locked room on. What is it? Not. Yeah, this floor. I bet you it's this room.
You would be correct.
Use.
Let's see. Wow. That really worked.
Hey, and we got Mr. Dax in chat.
Yes.
It's so nice to see all of these extra faces here who weren't able to watch a slightly better show this evening.
Yes. Those suffering from corner withdrawal.
Yeah.
The wind is unfavorable.
Yeah.
Alfred got this great bike from his father. Mine was from the junkyard.
Yeah. Fuck that Alfred.
Alfred was
he's a
very
piece of
clumsy
shit.
with this kite.
That little putz was a clumsy oaf, period.
If ever I need an imprint of Dr. Marcel's knee, I know where I
Yeah.
can get it now. That's sick.
And hello to Tall
No,
Person.
I think that's undignified.
Tall Person says he's just stopping by to say hello. And Keishal is also joining us in chat.
Hey, Tall Person. Hey, Keishal.
That's Alfred's homework. Alfred was a real nerd, and he never let me copy off him. What's this? Scribbled on the edge of the page. Mattis Conrad? That's my father's name, but it isn't his handwriting. Although somebody has made a great effort to copy it, obviously. Just a second. That's my handwriting. I don't get it. Why did I sign my father's name on the edge of Alfred's homework? Harvey, do you know anything about it?
Oh yeah, I can remember that day very well. That was the day I taught you how to forge signatures.
That's Alfred's Harvey.
Okay, so we use Harvey.
You do?
Can you remember this, Harvey?
Yes, indeed I do. You and Alfred had a private lesson with Mr. Hornbush. The lesson was utterly boring. And while Alfred did his best to follow, I taught you how to forge signatures.
Do you think we can go back there so I can learn it again?
That should be no problem. Are you ready?
Yeah. Temple morph me to the past.
As you wish. Hold on.
Bling, bling, bling.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I really do remember, I'm afraid. This is Mr. Hornbush's math class. He was very strict and he always picked on me. I'm afraid that if I don't pay attention, he'll lock me in the cupboard again. This is a riddle you have to solve on your own. Good luck, Harvey.
It's a note from Addis, Edna's father. I wonder if it can be of any use. What does that piece of paper say?
Oh, it's a note from my father. He just forgot to put marmalade on my sandwich again.
Alfred is such a moron. Edna knows a few great ways to insult the ugly frog face. Look at that idiot!
Hornbush! Edna is snickering again!
Pull yourself together, Edna.
There's a letter in Mr. Hornbush's coat pocket. I'd love to know what it says. It's really handy that the cupboard has a peephole in exactly the right position.
Yeah, it is.
This hole in the cupboard could prove very useful. Hey, Edna! I spotted a letter in Mr. Hornbush's coat pocket. I'm sure it's part of a conspiracy. Shh! There's a hole in the cupboard. Shh!
And Pat is saying, "You fucking tattletale." Yeah, I can't stand Alfred.
I wonder if it can be of any use. The fun begins beyond this door. I can make out a pattern.
The circus is right outside the window.
Yes, yes.
This is the warmest day of the year. Everyone who doesn't get out today will have missed the best day of summer. This can't be true. There's even a Ferris wheel. A merry-go-round. There was never anything like that in the village before. Hey, there's a new slide at the playground. I didn't even know there was a circus in town. That ice cream parlor didn't used to be here. They seem to have completely new flavors.
Man, it must suck to be in school instead of out enjoying all of
The water
this.
looks inviting. Edna is the queen of the slide. She can even slide uphill. Edna needs to know about this merry-go-round. If Edna gets wind of a circus, she'll be even more upset about not being allowed out. I think an ice cream is exactly what Edna needs right now. Edna's not gonna believe this. A Ferris wheel. Edna should be enjoying the nice weather. It's not really fair that she has to sweat over books in here instead. Edna, there's a circus in town.
What's that you say? A real circus?
Mr. Hardbush! Mr. Hardbush! Edna's talking to herself again. And I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
Edna Conrad, you keep interrupting the lesson. I'll give you an official warning. On the third warning, I'm putting you in the cupboard. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hornbush. It'll never happen again.
Edna looks unhappy. Edna!
What? I've got to go there. I can't risk anyone breaking my record in slalom sliding.
Mr. Hardbush! Mr. Hardbush! Edna's talking to herself again. And I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
I have to ask you to behave, young lady. That is the second warning, Edna. Interrupt the lesson one more time, and I'll put you in the cupboard.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hornbush. It'll never happen again.
Edna! There's a Ferris wheel outside!
No. That's impossible.
I saw it!
That's not fair. Not fair, not fair, not fair.
Mr. Hardbush! Mr. Hardbush! Edna's talking to her, and I can't...
Edna! That's it. Enough is enough. Into the cupboard. Come on, move it.
But...
No back talk now.
Mr. Hornbush! Mr. Hornbush!
Oh, that's so sad. I wonder what happens if you keep talking to her about it in here.
Edna! There's a merry-go-round outside!
Great. Thank you very much. Now I'm stuck in a cupboard.
Oh.
Can you reach the letter?
Sure. I can't make out anything. It's much too dark in here.
You could pass the letter through the hole. Then I can read it for you.
Good idea.
This is incredible. The letter is from Dr. Marcel, addressed to Mr. Hornbush. The doctor is paying him money to hold you back in school. And he stresses that under no circumstances are you to be allowed to leave class early. Especially, and this one's underlined, when the weather is good.
I can hardly believe it. Obviously, Dr. Marcel has been carrying out a personal vendetta against me for a long time. He'll pay for this.
This all seems a bit illogical to me, but I've seen it written in black and white.
We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
And I agree with your boy Pat. Fuck you, Alfred.
What's this piece of paper in your...
It's not real. My father forgot to put out...
Alfred is an old snitch.
a snitching frog.
Okay.
That doesn't work that way.
She looks unhappy.
Let's see. Chalkboard, globe, hornbush door, skull.
Edna used to like this skull in particular. I think Edna is afraid of Mr. Hornbush. Maybe Edna is interested in exploring hidden island realms. I'll have to get Edna out of here somehow. Maybe she has an idea of her own. Maybe you should ask Mr. Hornbush to let you take part in the lesson again.
I can't believe that you, of all people, would say that, Harvey.
Why? We can wreak more havoc that way.
That, of course, is true. Mr. Hornbush!
Do you remember the skull?
Shh. Later, Harvey.
Let's...
Later, Harvey.
We gotta get you out of here.
Shh. Later, Harvey.
Okay, so we have to unfortunately get her back in the...
No, you don't.
No, okay.
Isn't that your father?
Yes.
Well, in your father's name.
You mean we'll forge his handwriting?
We'll just borrow it. After all, you have plenty of time in here to practice it. Or did you have other plans?
You're right. This really sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll even manage to get out soon enough to enjoy the weather.
That's how you learned to forge signatures back then. You got so
Excellent.
good at it that after a while you could forge anyone's signature, just by looking at it.
Yeah, I think I could still do that. I really hope this is going to help me. This classroom is not exactly what I call one of my favorite memories.
Okay. There we go.
My signature won't be worth much here. There's no signature on there yet. I should find a way to change that.
See it. You need a visual on
What a
his
day
signature
that
for you to
was.
copy it. So you need to see his signature
What a
to be
day
able
that-
to forge it.
Okay, so that would probably be in his office.
Yeah.
definitely Dr. Marcel's distinct signature.
Okay, so I'm just wondering what the mechanics on this are.
Okay. I think I could learn to forge this signature.
Sometime later.
That should do it. I can make an exact copy of the signature now.
That is a nice touch that you can see the practice all over the walls.
Yeah.
There's no signature on there yet. I should find a way to change that. Very good idea. I'll just sign the form with Dr. Marcel's name.
Okay, so now we have a signed form, which means we go back to wherever that office is. Okay. And that, I believe, was in here.
Very interesting, Mr. Pokey. And this object interaction you were talking about, is this happening in this room right now?
Are you even listening? All of us in here are nothing more than...
Hold on a second. Yes, what can I do for you? Why don't you come a little closer? This is the group therapy session for video game designers. If you don't have a signed registration, you can't attend.
I have a signed registration.
Very well then. Please have a seat with the others. Okay, if everybody's ready, would you, as a new member of our group, like to begin, please?
Yes, I'm ready.
Would you be so kind as to introduce yourself to the group?
If that's necessary. Hello, group.
Oh, I see. I see.
I am Adrian, king of the recreation room.
I see. Would you please tell us something about your formative years?
If you're watching the stream, the notes are in the top left corner. So that would be chosen second.
I was always picked second during gym class.
Second. I see. Let's move on to the next question. What color would your pet have been if it had been a dog?
I wrote red cat instead of red cat.
Right. But we know what you meant. It's fine.
Red.
Red. Well, well. The case is clear. You are constantly trying to tell me fairy tales. If you're not willing to work with me, I can't cure you. You'd better leave.
Huh, who needs her?
So when she said, what color would it have been if it was a dog? The answer was actually green. Because,
but
the dog is green.
Yeah, I see.
Very but please hold. Yes, do you want to see?
That's what
Very Would you be so kind as to introduce...
What? I am Adrian, king of the recreation room.
I see. Would you please tell...
I was always picked second during gym class.
Second. I see. Let's move on to the next question. What color would your pet have been if it had been a dog?
Green.
Green. Well, well. The case is clear. You've been struck by lightning. Your inability to resist atmospheric energies has frustrated you. That's why you developed a control psychosis. You have to be on top of everything all the time and everywhere. This desire is so deeply seated that your subconscious has developed precognitive abilities. Why don't you just let go? Not everything has to be subject to your control. Lightning is one of these things. You don't have to feel insecure or helpless because of this. That's it. You're cured. You may go now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm stunned. Harvey, are you still there?
Don't worry, Edna. I'll always be with you.
And
Okay.
Mr. Dax was impressed by the name Flatula Buzzletwine.
That is pretty good.
This looks... The next...
Okay.
Well, well. Are you prepared?
Referring back... When will this conversation...
Very
Which place...
first, of course. What other?
Ha! And what kind of pet did you have as a child?
A large, snappish dog.
Just a second. It doesn't work like that. What color was it?
What is this supposed to be? Some kind of therapy?
Well...
So tell me, which color was he?
Well, is it red or green? Because
I think it's red. I think...
Huh?
Which...
Fur.
Ha! And...
What?
What? Well...
So...
Red.
Wow! You're right! Suddenly, I feel so understood. And everything is so much clearer. Yes! I was hit by the same flash of lightning twice in a row, and feeling utterly helpless. I developed a control psychosis. I should start to relax and take it easy. Not
There you go.
everything has to be subject to my control.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks. You've helped me a great deal.
I want to try one...
So be it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails. Well, have you...
Why must...
Do not there, I tell, but I went out on there, and what, but...
okay.
Yes, you've gotten rid of his psychic abilities, but you haven't developed your own, basically. So you still can't predict the heads or tails.
Okay, so hold on.
Why
Do not, there was a, I tell, but I went out on the roof of, there was a, I opened my umbrella, and my feet were, when I noticed that the TV, and immediately, what I remember, what exact, but after that incident,
Well, I'll be...
Okay, so I need to somehow get an umbrella and a bucket of water.
Actually, I'm going to save you some time. No.
No.
Just talk to Aluminium Man in the back there.
Oh.
Hey, Alu.
Hello, Edna. What brings you here this time?
I have one more question about King Adrian.
Fire away.
Can you help me beat him?
Who do you think I am? Mr. Miyagi?
Oh, please. With sugar and cream and a cherry on top?
Well, all right then. I
Yeah.
have a radical idea how to level the playing field, but you won't like it.
Tell me.
Electroshock therapy.
What?
We'll give you electroshocks so that you can predict things as well.
I'm not sure.
We can meet at the electroshock therapy chair, and off we'll go. I'd need a better coat hanger, though. The inspector won't let me ride the laundry lift with this one anymore. What do you think?
I'm really not sure if I'd like that.
Take your time and think about it. When you're ready, just bring me a better coat hanger.
I've made a decision. I want the shock treatment.
Brave child. Get me a better coat hanger, and off we'll go.
I have to get a... Let's go! I want...
Very well, then. We'll meet by the shock therapy chair. Can you find the way?
I hope so.
So,
Yeah.
off we go.
Can you find it? I hope so.
The next... The next...
The next exit is approaching.
I feel like something's approaching, but I'm
Yeah.
not entirely sure what it is.
The world may never know.
Ah, Edna. Finally. So, are we ready to go?
Sometime later.
I hope you're all right over there.
Shit.
This is your last chance to change your mind. Too late.
Wow. That was really something.
But yes, now you should be able to win the
This
game,
looks
the
dangerous.
psychic game.
Yeah.
What the hey?
So if you hadn't given him therapy, he would then be able to challenge you back to get the medal,
Next exit is approaching.
and he would always win because he still has psychic powers. So you avoided that puzzle before it presented itself.
Ah.
Okay. And Mr. Dax says this healthcare is very Canadian. True.
I mean, she's still alive, so
Well,
it's very good
well.
Canadian healthcare.
You have
Yeah.
returned to challenge me yet again, as I foretold. Are you prepared to suffer another defeat?
I want to try once more.
So be it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Indeed, heads. My turn. I choose tails. What's that? That cannot be. It's heads. What does that mean?
Well, foremost, this seems to mean Edna is the king. Edna is the king. King, 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 king. Give me the medal, you mental. Your throne is mine now. Wow. The medal really is made out of genuine gold. Hello, Druggy.
Druggle Jug.
All right, Druggle Jug then.
Druggle Jug.
Yeah.
He's so cute when he's mad.
Struggle jug.
What did you say? Grief-stricken? Well, I guess I better leave him alone in his sorrow for now, before I go claim the throne that's rightfully mine.
Okay, let's see. So we have the metal. We still need and
The clay.
key. Yeah, we still need the clay. You have What do we have that would be What do we have that would be able to get the spoon?
This one I'll probably just tell you. You need to add a new drink to the menu so that you can order it.
Ah. Okay.
There's only
Bruce Lee.
No wonder.
Okay, so let's see what happens.
What shall I write? Water. Okay.
Nope, not this way.
Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
A glass of water, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course it is. Bright and clear.
What? Let me see. We have a little joker here. That's not my handwriting. You've written that yourself. Admit it.
Okay, so where is his signature?
Well, it doesn't have to be his signature. You're just copying his handwriting.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yes, I think I can learn the barkeeper's handwriting. He's a bit dyslexic, it seems. He even writes stinky drink with 3 X's. What shall I write? XXX. Okay. Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
One XXX, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course it is. Bright and clear.
What? Let me see. You're right. What came over me? I don't even have the ingredients for that. Where the hell am I supposed to muster up minced meat? If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the basement and fetch my rifle.
Now you can get the spoon, yes.
Yeah. And now?
Number 1, the large. The large.
And now it's time for something completely different. A man with a tape recorder up his
The
nose.
next exit is approaching.
Now for something completely the same. A man with a tape recorder up his nose.
The next exit is approaching.
A man with a tape recorder up his brother's nose.
Yes.
And now in stereo.
Hello? Is anybody down there?
Yes, there's somebody here. What's up?
I've got something maybe you could use.
I hope it's a spoon. That's supposed to be a spoon?
It has to be. The barkeeper stirred his drinks with it.
Well, what the hey? This will have to do until you found the proper one. Thanks for your effort.
It's a bit weird. You have to leave and come back to get the clay.
Oh. Come on.
The clay is too dry to make an imprint in it.
Luckily, there's water right there.
Cool. Now I've got mud.
A clay mass.
I think I could make an imprint this way. Wow. That really worked. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
You're Watson. I'm Holmes.
I'm Holmes. You're Watson.
No way. I'm totally Holmes.
What's going on out there?
I'm Holmes, and you are Inspector Clouseau.
Deal.
Nah.
Did you ever watch the original Pink Panther movies?
Way back in the day. Like, I don't remember much about them, but I remember watching them because I liked the Pink Panther cartoon and being very disappointed because I was like a little kid.
Well, yeah. That's the thing, is that when you're a little kid, you're right, you do kind of expect the cartoon, and it's not. It's Peter Sellers.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the cartoon.
Yeah. But God, you should go back and watch those movies because they are freaking funny, man.
I have heard good things. I should watch them as an adult.
Yes, I absolutely think you should. That being said, I wouldn't start with the first movie. I would start with... Oh, God, I can't remember. It's the one with Christopher Plummer. It's either Revenge or Return. One of them's very good, one of them's very bad.
Fair enough.
Because one of them was made after Peter Sellers' death. And they basically took...
that would be the bad one.
Yeah, they took outtakes from previous movies and pasted them together to make a movie.
Oh, God, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Ouch! Hot! Dang it! I can't touch it like this.
Well, but you do have pot holders.
Yes.
This should work.
Now you can hold things other than pots.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. Now, what will we put in there? And this is our makeshift crucible.
Yeah.
This should work.
And then we use this
Okay.
on this.
Why can't the key solidify already? I should help it along, I suppose. This is not working out on its own. I'm sure I can find a way to cool down the mold.
Is there a refrigerator in the kitchen?
No. But you don't need one.
Does it cool down on its own eventually? Let's see.
No.
No, shit.
I will say you you need to do more than hawk to it and spit on that thing. You need a more consistent stream of water.
Well, yeah, I was like, do you just put it in the sink?
Yep.
I mean, wouldn't that kind of ruin it?
Cool. The water has cooled off the molten gold.
There you go.
Yippee! I've made it! My own master key!
Yay!
Navigating gets so much easier now that you've got the master key. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can open that door as well, but like the doors that separate the left and right that force you to like use the laundry system to change sides.
We can't do that, Harv. I have to
You can
find some
open them now.
evidence that exonerates my dad.
In that case, I hope the information can be found inside those high walls.
What?
Darn it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Darn it.
What's going on here? Why aren't the patients having lunch?
Doctor, we have a problem. Holger and Babbitt are missing.
No, they're not.
I've just solved one of the problems.
Doctor, it's a catastrophe. Edna's escaped from her cell.
Babbitt, how often have patients escaped from their cells?
You mean on a daily basis? 3, on average.
And how many of them have escaped over the wall?
Well, none.
None. That's right. The only way in or out is the main gate. And even if she finds a way to open the gate, she'll never get half a mile without a vehicle. She must still be somewhere on the premises. Search every floor, one after the other. And would you please escort the patients to lunch?
Very fancy car.
Hmm.
Good. Wii U.
Who was that?
Jumper cable.
Yep.
Ooh,
Very useful.
wrench.
Also useful.
They're of no use anymore.
Not so useful.
Good.
It's of no use without the car. Locked. It's always the same. How the heck can I get back in again?
I wonder.
This is not a car key.
Ah.
That would have been funny if it worked.
I've already got one of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
The
see.
bins, yeah, the bins are full of master keys.
This is quite a sobering experience. I wish I never opened this bin. A key is missing. Yeah!
Yes, makes things so much easier.
Yes. Undoubtedly.
Yeah!
Hello, Princess. Any progress?
You bet. I've got the master key.
All right, then. Let me out. We can proceed to phase 2 of my plan now.
Might as well.
Oops! You are free.
Ah, that's why the door is open. Don't get your hopes up too high. The biggest obstacle is still waiting for us.
I've got the master key.
Well, I almost suspected as much. The very moment the door opened.
What are we going to do next?
We need a vehicle. We won't get far otherwise.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A master key, a vehicle. What next? A perpetual motion machine? Or the missing link between man and ape?
I have a candidate for the latter.
What are you waiting for? Let's go!
We need a vehicle. I'll wait here until you've dug one up. Preferably one that isn't already occupied.
Yes, sure. Just pass the hard labor off to the rank and file. You can stay here and keep doing nothing. I'm off now.
Yes.
I wonder if there was any point to this.
No, there wasn't. That's achievement stuff.
Oh. I wonder.
Yippee! It still works.
Set off the car alarm.
It does.
Blah! Old and inedible. What's that? An alarm? Hi, Bobo.
Hello, Edna. What brings you here?
Do you know how I can sneak past the watchman at the staircase?
I don't know anything about a watchman at the staircase. The term staircase alone has little meaning to a brain in a jar. But you and your combining skills should be able to get rid of him.
Ciao, Bobo. Hello, Alu, old champ.
Ah, hello, Edna. Still trying to break out?
Hey, and we got BG in chat. Hey, BG.
Oh, hey, BG.
I have the master key. We can skedaddle now.
Take it easy, child. Have you found out how to get through the main gate yet?
We'll build a hot air balloon from styrofoam and just float out of here.
As if we haven't already tried that. But the air in these mountains is so thin that the styrofoam doesn't get enough buoyancy. You'll have to think of something less far-fetched.
We'll get a good running start and jump over the wall. At its lowest point. When the wind is favorable. Hello? Why don't you say anything?
I'll put it this way. I don't want to explicitly advise against it, but if it doesn't work, you should take it as a sign that perhaps you don't belong on the other side of the wall.
We'll pray to Vishnu to make us invisible and want to sneak past.
That would be an excellent plan. If only Vishnu didn't have an axe to grind with me. He's still mad at me because I ruined his MP3 player during the last transit of Venus. I left it in the shower while I was scaling the tofu. The water washed Vishnu's favorite sticker off the case. Yadu Yaluri of the Indian Olympic cricket team of '88 was there too. I'm afraid Vishnu will certainly not be inclined to help us. So you can forget about that plan.
That was freaking elaborate.
Yes, it was.
We'll open a restaurant and cook our way out.
Not a bad idea, actually. But where do we get the ingredients?
We'll get a vehicle and outwit the watchman at the gate.
That idea is so crazy, it simply has to work. Tell me when you found a suitable vehicle.
Why don't you eat in the cafeteria?
They removed the TV from there a long time ago. There was this incident once. A room full of loonies, sharp-edged cutlery, and the Ewoks. Believe me, that is an explosive mix.
I'll come back later.
Is there anything in here?
I don't think so.
Lame.
Yeah, it would have been better if there was like some reason to go back in there.
Nothing. Nothing. Wonder what happens when we...
This is art.
Yeah.
Oh wait, can we take the crayons now?
No, my ballpoint pen is in a different league altogether.
That's a shame. Like, they kind of made a big deal about him not letting you have the crayons.
Yeah. I can't help but feel slight... Oh.
Nah.
Okay.
I can't help but feel slightly misdirected.
Yeah. There's a lot of that in this game. Stuff that's just in there as a joke kind of sounds like it's a hint for a future puzzle. Like the thing with going on the roof with the umbrella and the buckets of water. Like, that sounded like it was telling you the next step, but it's just a joke.
Yeah.
Alfred got this great mine. No, I've gotten over it.
I like that.
Oh, shucks. Safety glass. Sounds like someone's eating in there. I'll risk a glance. I'd rather not go in there just like that. The place is crawling with guards. He looks busy.
You can't know that for sure.
I'll ask him. Are you busy, Chef? See?
That's it.
Better safe than sorry.
Okay, let's see. Well,
This is where the game broke
This
on me
might
the
work.
first time I played
Chef's
it.
not looking right now.
I couldn't interact with the bulletin board.
Ah.
Hey, psst. I've got the master key, and I'm planning to escape. Are you coming too?
Okay, but on 2 conditions. First, we're only coming if you have an escape plan ready. Secondly, you'll have to distract the guards somehow.
Work on escape plan, distract guards. Got it. What's for lunch?
It's free choice day today. Everyone's having what they want. Or at least, what's been put on the list under their names. The list has been up on the board for a week. I guess I don't have to tell you it's been tampered with. This is an asylum for the mentally unstable, after all.
Do you have any idea how I can distract the guards?
The surest way would be a food fight. All you have to do is provoke an argument, without getting involved yourself. You'll have to find a weak spot.
I'll go hide again.
All right, see you later.
Okay, so I assume that a fight would have to be based upon what people are receiving to eat.
Yes.
Okay, so how do... So we have wheat bran dumplings, mocha pudding, roast chicken, mash, and potatoes. Or does it say mask?
I think it's mash. Because that makes more sense in terms of food.
Well, yeah, but why would you have mash and then potatoes?
Well, one could be like baked potatoes and the other is mashed potatoes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to save here for a moment. Actually, we're past an hour and a half. Did you need to get going, or did...
I mean, we can keep going if you want.
Would you be okay for playing for a few more minutes? I want to figure this out.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Cool.
Sounds like someone's eating in there. I'll risk... I'd rather not go in there just like that. It's crawling with guards.
Hold on.
And Mr. Dax is saying it's an H because the K in chicken looks different to the one in mash or mask. So it's just a weird font.
Yeah.
This might work. The chef's not looking right now.
Okay, so the professor is stamping up and down. B-Man is not wearing any shoes. So if he stuck his feet out for whatever reason... So the mocha pudding, I assume, makes you stamp your feet up and down? Maybe?
Maybe. Because I know the answer, but I don't know why it's the answer. Like, I don't know the logic behind the puzzle. I just know the solution to it.
Yeah.
So...
Let's try that. Let's just see what happens. Wait a second. The roast chicken, when Adrian had it, he was chewing away at it. I didn't see anyone else doing that. So maybe Professor gets the mocha pudding, Adrian gets the roast chicken. Let's try that, see what happens. Hold on.
I mean, I would say maybe change who gets the mocha pudding, because you were theorizing that makes you stamp your feet. So if someone else is stamping their feet when you change who gets the mocha pudding, then that would confirm or deny the theory.
Okay, and let's...
This might... Chef's...
Yeah, so he did stop stomping his feet.
And B-Man is not stomping his feet.
That's peculiar.
So let's try that. Let's try... Let's try that order.
The food... This might... Chef's...
Okay, so nothing there. Let's try that one.
This... Chef's...
Okay, nothing on that one. Let's try one more time.
This might...
I'm not seeing anything.
So, I'll give you one piece of information that you haven't figured out yet. Use the fork on B-Man's foot.
Oh, okay.
The very shiny fork.
It's not highlighting anyone's foot.
Maybe the knife then? I thought it was the fork, but I remember that you have to stab his feet with something.
Well, no, the thing is his feet aren't...
Selectable.
selectable. It must depend on what he's eating.
Hmm. Oh yeah, it says use your knife on B-Man's foot. So that is an important step, but yeah, you need to make it available.
The food is taken. The food. This.
No? Okay. But he is chewing away at the chicken.
Yes.
Wheat bran dumplings. Let's try that.
This.
Nope, nothing.
That's really weird. I wonder if the game is like bugging out. Because when I did my playthrough, you just put the mouse over his foot and it was like an object that you could click on.
This much.
Oh, you know why you can't reach him? That's why you can't reach him, because the doctor is in the way. Because he's moving his feet up and down.
Oh, okay. I'm getting...
This might work.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Before I can start a disturbance, I'll need a plan first.
Oh, okay. So she's saying you need an escape plan before you start the food fight.
Okay.
Oh, and Johnny's in chat.
Oh, hey, Johnny.
You probably won't get to watch much of the stream because I think we're probably going to call it pretty soon, but
yeah.
Hello all the same.
Okay, so there's a Zen garden with a stone moving puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that there's some sort of pattern that we need to replicate.
Mm-hmm.
This is the group therapy room. The group is gone, and I thought game developers didn't eat. Uh-oh. There's Dr. Marcel's driver.
Brilliant singing.
Is anybody there?
I better find another way.
Actually, I think that's a good stopping place.
Yes, I think so too.
Well, if you were joining us to watch this, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure doing these game sessions, and I hope that you join us for Sunday, although I will tell you, Sunday is going to be a little late. I have to postpone the stream until 9 o'clock.
All right.
So for Terry or people who live in places other than where I live, that's 2 hours later than this stream starts. Oh, sorry, that's 2 hours later than the Sunday stream usually starts, I should say.
Yeah,
so,
the same time this one started.
Yeah, the same time this stream started. So, once again, thank you for joining us. I was your host, Jack Gunsky, and joining me, as always, was Terry Diamantis.
Mr. Hornbush.